Hey Austin, Stefan again. Thanks again for sending in some videos here. First, just want to welcome you back on my records. It looks like I haven't seen your swing since 2014. So that's cool. I'm glad you're back. But anyways, let's dive into it. Sounds like you're hitting some fat shots, also some pulls on occasion, also potentially have some back pain here. So I'm going to talk about a couple things here, specifically with the pulls and fat shots in mind. Just do want you to know that. Um, so first, let me get this just right here. Okay, so first, your lead grip here. I have no issues with your left hand, but uh, I would prefer to strengthen this glove hand grip, right? So right now I'm betting you're able to see maybe like one knuckle at address. Or in other words, that arrow is pointing more towards your right shoulder. I'd prefer both of these arrows to point towards your left shoulder, okay? So you need to turn that glove hand more on top so you can see at least 2 to 3 knuckles in that glove hand or right hand in your case, okay? So you're going to strengthen that right hand grip. The next piece is I want you to take notice here of your head in the backswing. All right, so it moves down for sure at the top of your swing. So I want you to very simply feel like you're standing a little taller and feel like you have less tilt here, okay? So everybody needs the proper amount of tilt or slant. You can have too much where your head will actually move down, or in other words, your right shoulder is moving down too much, which is causing your head to move down. And you can also be too level where your head would stand up. In most players' cases, they're too level, but in your case, actually everything looks really good to here. So we have right arm parallel to the ground. So you're 2/3 of the way through the backswing. Everything looks great, and then from here to the top, you'll start noticing basically you have too much tilt here. I got about 40 degrees. I'd like to see you at 36 or less. So feel the right shoulder a little higher, or feel the shoulders a little more level, or just simply feel the head being a little taller. Okay. Since the camera is fairly close to you, I actually don't even need to necessarily draw any lines on this screen. And we can just see that your hat is, a quarter of an inch from the top of the screen here. And then as we get to the top, we may be 4 inches from the top of the screen, let's say. All right, so in the backswing, you're going to feel more level with the shoulders. Right shoulder is going to feel more up, or very simply, your head's just going to feel taller. Okay? And then the final piece, I want you to start practicing hitting a lot of punch shots. So basically, and this is something that we'll have to work on over a duration of time. This is not something that you can just get a good feel and fix this. This is a long-term project for sure. As you start the downswing, basically you cast or throw the club out. Like we got the shaft working a little bit in this direction. I would much prefer the shaft to be closer to your left shoulder on the downswing. Then when we get here, we got the hands all the way back here. I'd prefer your glove hand over your left shoulder, or I'm sorry, your left leg. I always get tripped up with lefties, with my lefts and rights. But then when we get to impact, again, we're just basically looking for more lag, club head to be delayed, or hands further forward to impact, okay, in layman's terms. So the simple thought that I want you to do right now is I just want you to practice a lot of punch shots and basically feel like the hands are forward, the club head's never passing your hands, and when you do like abbreviated finish to like parallel here, and I want you to feel like the club head's back here, okay, so the hands are still in front, or just like really exaggerated punch follow-throughs, okay, and you're going to feel, or you're going to strive to hit the ground as far forward in front of the ball as you possibly can. Okay, so I'm just, and that's a pretty loose, non-technical feeling for now. In the future, we may get into some more detail. So let's just run over all that one more time. Basically, we're strengthening the right hand grip, getting the seams pointing more towards your left shoulder, being able to see at least 2 to 3 knuckles from your gloved hand here. Then we're feeling a level turn to the top, or simply put, the head staying taller. And then we're going to feel like you're hitting punch shots, trying to hit the ball low, hands extremely far forward. Don't let the club head pass the hands on the downswing. That's just how we're going to get started with that downswing piece, okay? Let me know if you have any questions, and best of luck.